Hi and welcome back to my channel. So this video is just a follow on from my last one about how I have learnt to predict when I ovulate without using any supplements. Not supplements, without using any sort of devices. So ovulation predictor kits, temping, what else is there? There's a lot. There's the Ovuplan, all the stuff I've mentioned in my previous videos. So what I have done in the past, and I don't do this anymore, but I thought because I'd done that video, it'd be nice to just sort of show you, give you a refresher. So I buy the cheap internet sticks. So I've got this one. So they look like this. I'm just going to show you here. So I buy the cheap internet sticks, and from cycle day 1 usually, let's see if that's going to zoom in. Oh, that's driving me mad. I'll do a split screen. So cycle day 1 right through to say cycle day 20, once I get a few days after ovulation or after I have worked out that I've ovulated, I generally stop doing it. I'm not sure if I'm going to continue on doing it just to show you, or whether I will just stop as I normally would and just give you an update then. So what I do is I start from cycle day 1. I've got to move a bit closer. I start from cycle day 1, which this cycle I didn't because my period turned up at 6:30 that night, so it just didn't make any sense. With polycystic ovaries, as I mentioned, that most people with polycystic ovaries will have a level of luteinizing hormone in their system anyway. So to get that big spike of the luteinizing hormone for ovulation, you may not get a positive smiley face if that's the test that you're doing. So I buy the cheap internet strips, and if you can see, which is probably, there we go. As you can see, cycle day 2, I don't know if you can see, there was already, it had already detected the luteinizing hormone, and I was actively bleeding then. This is cycle day 14. As you can see, cycle day 13 and 14 were quite dark and almost exactly the same color as the control line, and I consider that a positive based on this and based on how my body feels. Now, before I did this, before I got my sort of positive, I already knew because I could feel my body. Now this is yesterday. Now these aren't very clear, so let's have a look. So this is yesterday. So as you can see, the level has gone down considerably. So if you just can't wait and you want to start doing this system now, go to Chemist Warehouse, and they've got they're called Freedom ovulation strips. There's only 7 days, so that's the only reason why I say get the cheapy ones, because then you can go from cycle day 1 throughout, because some people ovulate earlier and some people ovulate later. So when I got my positive on the cheapy one, then I used the same urine and I did it with this one. These are called Freedom. I'll get the box and I'll show you in a minute. There we go. Again, it's not as dark, but it's pretty close. So that was cycle day 13. This is cycle day 14, which is quite a bit darker. If you compare them, they do look, so cycle day 14 is when I had the spike, and this is cycle day 15. And it's very faint. So my levels have completely dropped. So I predicted that I got the first positive on the 13th, and I think I ovulated in the afternoon of cycle day 14. So this is going to be how I feel at the moment. I feel like I've ovulated. One of the symptoms that I discovered several months ago, maybe 6 months ago, was post-ovulation, as most people do, they get a spike in their progesterone. And I was suffering terribly. Actually, it might have been longer than that. I was suffering terribly from UTIs every cycle. I had terrible, terrible UTIs. All the urine specimens were coming back as like NAD. There was nothing in my urine. It was all clear. So the more I talked to my doctor about it, she said that possibly it had to do with ovulation. And she said it's progesterone can irritate the bladder and give you those UTI symptoms. So that's what I'm struggling with at the moment. And I drink 3 litres of water a day. So the fact that I have a UTI is beyond me. But I don't think I actually have a true UTI. I think it's just that my bladder's been a little bit irritated. So I'm onto the Ural, which is fine because I like the taste of it. So progesterone also can make you feel nauseated. I'm tired. I feel like I've had a good ovulation. And I'm thrilled with those results of those strips. It's been a long time before since I've done them. And I was talking to my husband and I'm like, I'm so happy because my body is responding really well and it's doing what it's meant to do. And these are strong positives. Like these are, you know, cycle day 14 that's probably the best. Where is it? The best I've seen when I was doing them last time. So what I do is on the piece of paper, also this cycle, I need to do a side note, is I actually had cervical mucus this cycle. Well, you have cervical mucus every cycle, but I actually knew about it. So I had cervical mucus let me just check my notes. Cycle day 9, egg white cervical mucus, cycle day 11, and I feel like I had it cycle day 13 as well. I just didn't document it. So that was when I went to the toilet. It was like obviously there. So that was exciting. So my body is responding well. I'm going to the gym three minimum times a week. I've just started back. And I'm doing Weight Watchers now and just eating healthy. I'm not so concerned about the scales as such anymore. I'm just doing what I'm doing, going through the motions. I've lost 7 kilos, which it's great, but it's a little bit disappointing because my goal was to lose 20 by June, and that's just not going to happen because we're on 9th of April at the moment. So if I lost another 6, that'll be fantastic. However, if I don't, I'm going to be fitter. That's a given because I'm going to the gym 3 to 4 times a week, and I spend about 30 to 45 minutes there at the moment because I'm building back up. And I'm just getting back on track. What I want to do is I want to just quickly go grab the what's it called? Okay, so these are the ones. Now they do pregnancy tests too. So I think these were $15, and as I said, you get 7 of them. So you kind of need to have a little bit of an indication of when to do it. I start on cycle day 2. So, and I didn't ovulate or get a positive until cycle day 13. So that's 11 days. I really wish I had have bought a clear blue smiley face to see what that had done at that time. And I'm not 100% sure, but I'm thinking I might do that again next cycle. So, I'm not going to do the whole cycle. I'm not going to do the whole cycle again next month. What I'm going to do is I'll just wait until I feel like I'm about to ovulate, or when things start to get moving down there, and then I'll do it, and then I will compare with the smiley faces. It's just really I found it really informative with the polycystic ovaries and why the ovulation strips or the ovulation predictors aren't as effective. And as you can see on cycle day 2, that I had a level of luteinizing hormone in my system. People use the ovulation predictors, these are the ones I get from the internet. They use them as pregnancy tests too, and that's because the HCG hormone is similar to the luteinizing hormone. So that's how the pregnancy tests work for the OPKs, but the luteinizing hormone doesn't work for the pregnancy test, but that's a whole other thing, and I'm not 100% sure how that works. So as you could see, I would have thought I was pregnant up until I was about to ovulate. based on that. So yeah, so we're not really meant to have luteinizing hormone, but again, just even that small level for me, it didn't make a great deal of difference for my cycle in regards to ovulation, because I'm confident that I had a really good spike. And you know, the supplements I'm using are hugely beneficial. I've had a reasonably comfortable ovulation. Like, just I knew I was ovulating, that was it. Sometimes my cervix is so tender, but OvaBoost has done that for me, and my other supplements also. So I will keep you posted. I'm nauseated, and that's the progesterone as well post ovulation. And there's nothing really to tell you. I'm bloated, I'm tired, I feel hot and clammy, but maybe because it is kind of hot and clammy outside. And this is all purely post-ovulation hormones. This has got nothing to do with potential pregnancy, because I'm like 2 days out, so I'm not even sure if the sperm has attached itself to the egg just yet. Okay then, enjoy the rest of your day. I really hope this video has helped you, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.